Well, it's another morning before work, and I think these are all the tools I need to replace the brake cylinders on my truck. I was pulling the CRX, and I had an issue when I got back. It performed flawlessly on the trip, but when I got back, I noticed that there was some moisture coming from the driver's side rear wheel, and I knew what it was. So today, I am going to replace one of the cylinders. Yeah, you can see how bad it's leaking there. This should be all I need. I got a socket set, flare nut wrenches, drum brake tools, and a breaker bar, or long ratchet. I think that should be it. Oh, and of course, some brake fluid. I don't know if that's enough. Brake parts cleaner, cylinders. Uh-oh, thought I had the parking brake on. It should be on now. One big kick, finally got it off. All right, let's see how lucky we get with the drum. Ooh, pretty lucky. And based on what I can see, the wheel cylinder is the culprit. There was no way all of this would be wet from any other source. So let's go ahead and get it out. And I'm gonna take off the shoes and fee-fa-fo-fum, boy, I hate a drum. So I'm gonna see if these things get freed easily with this little tool. Just push it in, turn it 90 degrees such that the slot will allow the little pin to come out. See if we have luck with that. What you can also do is feel where the pin is, push in, and then spin the pin, and that will allow it to come out. Aha, like that. Actually, that might give us enough play right there, but it won't let us clean up everything. So I don't know if this is how you're supposed to release them, but I am gonna try this. What did I take off? This goes like this, and I believe it goes in there like that. I just pulled it apart and let it fall. And I do need to clean it up, but that gives me access to the cylinder. And things that fell off was this spring, which goes on the bottom here between the two separate shoes. And that is the problem. Over time, these cylinders just leak. I don't know how long these are on, but I'm glad I'm finally getting to it. But before I leave, I am going to spray some brake cleaner on this because it is nasty. And I need more rags. And a metal brush. Also, two different cylinders came up from my car, and it looks like the larger cylinder is actually the one I need. There were two different bore sizes, so I just bought both cylinders and compared them. Once I got to the truck, picked out the right one, and returned the other one. So this is the back side of the hub. I'm going to go ahead and crack the mounting bolts with a 10 M&M. And I have the new one at the ready. I'm going to take off this flare nut wrench. I believe this is a 14 millimeter. See if it plays nice. Ah, yes. I'm glad it did. I'm going to go ahead and take these bolts out such that the time the brake line stays disconnected is minimized. I wish I had my automatic ratchets here. And I think it is finally done. All right, here we go. So the old one is out. Looks the same to me. Bore size looks the same. That's when I noticed the new cylinder was split, so I had to go get a new one. Luckily, the store was close. Try and get this started by hand real quick. Start the mounting bolts. And now go ahead and tighten this. I think that's tight enough. I'll know if it leaks. Since most of the cars I deal with have disc brakes all around, I always got to remind myself how to get drum brakes back on. Pictures help, but order of operation matters. That's how they're supposed to live. Now, they want to come out, but alas, they'll rest there. You can pin them. What I like about disc brakes is nuts and bolts, baby. That's okay, I'll get it on. After fiddling a bit, I concluded that putting the rear shoe on first allowed you to have enough freedom with the front shoe to get all the components back in. One side pinned. That's the way to do it. So easy. Once you figure out the puzzle, it makes it easy. Actually, let me install the lower spring. Yeah, boy. Most of my little challenge. Alright, once I get this done, I'm going home. So far so good. Get the little hinge placed. And there we go. It is all back together. The cylinder is replaced. But I think we're good to go. No extra parts laying around. So let's see. The drum goes back on nicely. Should. Came off without any issues. Alright, should I start bleeding them tonight? I ended up leaving bleeding for the next day because it was time to go home and eat. But I will continue to document all the work I do on my '89 K1500 on this channel. If you would like to follow along, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care.